G'day guys, so let's talk diesel heaters. This is the Toyota hiace van, high top van project, and I'm installing a diesel heater in this beast. It's the next job on the list. Got the solar panel on today, that's up on the roof already. Need some conduit and then we can run the wiring down for that. Anyhow, diesel heater. Now if you're familiar with diesel heaters, you'll know how awesome they are. This one here is a 5 kilowatt one, and just amazing the power that they have. Right, this 5 kilowatt one comes with a nice small tank. I believe it must be 5 litre. Let's say 5 litre. Lucky for us, in the already installed cabinetry in the back of this bus, we have space for both. So let's go over a few things that you need to know when installing a diesel heater as to where you're going to put the unit. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is location. You need to work out where you're going to put it in relation to the vehicle. Some people like to put them in engine bays. I've seen these units put underneath vehicles. For this one, because it's really low to the ground, and you know, if you manage to find some snow or a dirty road or whatever, you don't really want this underneath it. So, and the tank fits inside nicely. So let's talk about what you'd have to do to install this one. The next thing you need to know is, will it physically fit where you want it? So number 2, physical fitment. It's in there, it fits. That's cool. I'm going to drop a hole saw hole through here. A bit of ducting, it's going to go through there, come out that side, go down beside the water tank as far as we can. Then our output duct is going to come out there somewhere. This will allow it to blow hot air right the way through the vehicle because it's going to blow it that direction. On the opposite token, there's a cold air induction there, so we need to make sure that that gets fresh air. So we'll have to cut this one down this end, so that the cabinet that this sits in has an air suction. Easy as that. So physically it'll fit. This is our air intake. I don't know if that has to be from outside. Someone will correct me in the comments. I'm going to say we might even end up leaving this one inside, because this actually sucks in your combustion air. If not, we'll find somewhere to tuck it up out of the way underneath. We'll go underneath in a sec. This one actually has a T-vent, which allows you to spider in there for where it's been in storage in the shed. T-shaped ducting piece, which allows you to send it in multiple directions, even though it didn't come with multiple ducts. Got your clamps and your fuel pump clamp, etc. So, next thing you need to talk about is the exhaust system. The exhaust is this piece of flex tubing, and there's also a muffler. So let's hop under the bus and let's have a look at what we've got space-wise underneath the bus. So in this Toyota hiace, this bar here is the rear bar that gets left in there when there's no tow bar. So we just have to make sure that we're either on that side of it or this side of it when we run our exhaust and air intake. I'm going to run the air intake down under here. I'm going to run it back up and into the cabin because yeah, there's no ground clearance under these hiace vans. It's not really what they're for. They're made to try and have as low a centre of gravity as they can, and give you the ability to cart a great deal of weight. It's like a low Hilux basically. So if you have a look at the spring up there, there's not a great deal of distance between the top of the diff and the load. So they're made to be fairly well loaded. So we need to get the exhaust to come out there. Once the exhaust comes out of there somewhere, we'll run across and come out near the factory exhaust tailpipe, keeping it away from all the plastic because they get hot. We'll have this little muffler mounted. It's got a mounting hole on one side there. Little muffler mounted up under there somewhere, so it just blows out the tail. Might even put an elbow or something on the end of that so it squirts out. You do get a little bit of smoke when they start up sometimes. But the main thing is you just want that first start up smoke to go away, and for it to not build up inside the wheel well of the vehicle. You don't want to seal around those holes with something fireproof. You can get super high temperature. It's called fire stop, I believe. Let's get back up and have a look inside again. Next thing you need to know is proximity to power. So that power is not an issue for us. The batteries are in front of the tank in the next compartment up there. So they're by no means too far away. The other thing I had considered is beside the water tank up in there, the unit will fit up there, which is probably, I will explore that because sit it up on top of the wheel arch there, because there's only so much space in the vehicle. Ideally having the fuel tank at the very back here is great. It's going to get mounted there, so it'll be a matter of pulling up to the service station, opening the back, open up the back door, fill her up. There you go. No need for jerry cans or mess, just fill it straight up like it's a fixed product. There's your little fuel pump. It's just a piston pump. You get tons and tons of fuel line, tons and tons of wiring harness. That could go right to the front of the vehicle and run off the vehicle's battery if you wanted it to. We're going to run it off our rear storage. There's the control board, which we'll probably put up there near the main power point or up on the board where the fire extinguisher is going to go, back in that bracket there. So you've got an easy place to control the unit from. So these are a couple of design considerations you need to have when you're looking at building one of these into your camper van. There's the fuel outlet bung. Goes in the bottom of your fuel tank. Yeah. Oh, you want a fuel filter in line. You want that somewhere you can get to it just in case you need to clean it out or whatnot. If it's come straight out of the nozzle of a pump, the diesel's going to be pretty clean. About as good as it's going to get. If you put it in a jerry can and then bring the jerry can to here and then put the jerry can in there, you run the risk of transferring. But yeah, there's some design considerations you should have for your diesel heater. I'm seriously thinking that should be up in that gap up there near the batteries. If not, I'll have to put an inverter there, I reckon. So it can go either way here. We may even be able to move the tank over a bit and give us a bit more space up there for other bits and pieces. But this is the kind of game you need to play. You need to play Tetris and set your van out the way you want it. Mounting this straight to there is a good use of the space that is here. It may even fit. Not quite. But yeah, I want to leave this side pretty much alone. There's nothing in this side at all. That's all empty space. Oh, there's a wheel arch, but that's it. It's all empty space. So I reckon this side is where utility stuff of the vehicle goes. Got your batteries up there, you got your water there. We could put a hot water tank and an inverter up there, or this diesel heater and an inverter up here, and diesel storage in the back here. So yeah, hopefully that helps someone setting out their van. While you're in the design phase, you really need to have a good look at what you're trying to achieve and go from there. Thanks heaps for watching. As I'm installing this, I'll make an install video for you guys from start to finish, showing all the steps of installing this 5 kilowatt diesel heater in my van. We'll go from there. Thanks heaps for watching. Subscribe over here, more videos over here. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.